Okay, so this is update number 2. So by using these Sharpies, I created a palette that I would use for the coloring of all these pieces. I know I just did that really fast, I apologize. But, so for the water, which I have in a few different sections, and I really do apologize for the blurriness, what I had used was simply, let's see, there's more blue, and that's it. So for the water, what I used was the light blue and the dark blue, and then I just used a lot of the main background, so I left a lot of it alone. For the, can't find anything when I'm putting it away. For the trees, what I actually did, as I start scanning the trees so you can see them, just to let you know, in person, this looks a lot clearer, but it's because of the glare of the acetone, you can't get as good of a quality, so I do apologize for that. So, and I'm still using one hand to record this, so I am so sorry if you get motion sickness from my recording. So, but what I used was dark green and light green. I used on one side, oh, I'm gonna drop this stuff. So on one side, to show the shade, I would use the really dark one, and then I would use the light one on the opposite side. And for some of these, like this one, you actually see that I've left some space, because the background of the picture, oh, and there's my light, is actually green. So I left some of it out, but other times I covered up the entire thing. So that's what I used for the trees. And then for all of the mountainsides, I used a combination, and this mountain was actually the first mountain I tried this experiment with acetone. And what I did was I added brown to the shadow areas, and I'm showing you all the mountains because I've done the same thing throughout the entire thing. And as well as this part, I've done very similar things, but on the dark sides, where I originally had black, what I did was I covered it in dark brown. And then after I put it with the brown, I would use the orange and kind of blend it in. Sorry, once again, I did that really fast. I'm looking before I even move the thing. I apologize. And then after I blended the orange, like for example, you can see it right there, but other times you can't see it as much because I went from brown to orange, to the lightest color, which is yellow. So some of these you can actually see a combination of all three. Other times it blends in really well. So I did leave, because I'm still not sure what I want to do with this and what I want to do with this area. I have left them blank still. I'm starting to come to like getting really stuck with that. So, but one of the things that really surprised me is I forgot how transparent the yellow Sharpie is. But that actually worked out really well for my piece. So, for example, by using the yellow, I was able to make a darker greenery for all of the green that you see as like grass. I did use some orange for some shadows, but not a lot. But if you look at where with the white paper underneath, where the green is actually the grass greenery. That's actually yellow. Once again, I do apologize. It's not very clear, but actually you can see it more up in this piece, is that I used a lot of yellow, and when I take away the white, it looks a lot greener. So, but that's what I spent the last, I really didn't time myself, I want to say the last 45 minutes. So I'm going to start actually writing down how long I've been taking these times, but I'm going to say the coloring itself was about 45 minutes. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to actually cut these out and place them on. I haven't figured out how I'm going to adhere it yet. I might look it up for a little bit, which might take some time, but like I said, I'm going to cut it up and just post these onto the thing. And then what I'm probably going to do afterwards is once these pieces do get adhered onto the canvas, what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to put a new layer of acetone and then try to see how I can connect the pieces further together. Like for example, like I could do something right here to connect these, but at the same time maybe lighten it up, so maybe waterfall or something. I don't know. I actually have to really look at that area. So as I was coloring these pieces, like right now you can see it a little bit more with all the color, but this part was really light with